Hey everybody, Mia here in the kitchen again. It's getting kind of warm outside. Do love a cheeseburger, so I really am going to try my hardest to make the best salad that tastes like a cheeseburger with all my favorite things on it. I have made this before. It is a collection of things that I'm trying to get rid of, but at the same time, it's things that I really like to have on a cheeseburger. So onions, pickles, Thousand Island dressing, tomatoes, ground beef patty, seasoned up all nice, some nice fresh crunchy lettuce. And today I'm actually gonna go the extra step and make some croutons. I have some butts and bread and hot dog buns that I wanna get rid of. I'm sure everybody could relate to that. So I'm gonna make, it'll probably be just enough croutons for this meal, but I'm gonna show you how to do that. And it's very simple, more simple than you would think. The first time I ever did it, I had a loaf of leftover French bread, or half of a loaf that was kind of getting hard, and I loved them. It was the best croutons I ever had, and I ate them like a snack, like they were crackers, and they were so good. So that's a good way to get rid of all those ends of the bread, or just some bread that might not be so awesome anymore to use for anything but croutons, or instead of throwing it in the garbage. So I have all my ingredients here. You know, it always seems like such an easy thing to do is to make a salad, but then you start getting all the stuff out and there's just like a million ingredients, but it'll be totally worth it in the end. And then we'll have some meal prepped lunches for tomorrow, but it really is a lot more work than it would seem like. So I usually would like to use red onions, but I'm gonna use white this time because I need to get rid of these and they've already been cut. So I'm gonna saute them and make like animal style onions like they do at In-N-Out. So I'm excited about that. Pickles, of course. If you never had pickles on a salad, it is so good. For my ground beef, I'm gonna put some Dove sauce in there and some salt and pepper and some chopped dried onions. Let's put these dried onions in there. And I have Thousand Island. I was gonna make Thousand Island, but I'm making the croutons, so just have to give or take sometimes. A cookie sheet with some parchment on there, that's for the croutons. I'm gonna use my cast iron for my onions. I have my skillet. I'm still gonna make patties, even though I am putting it on top of a salad. I'm gonna make the patties and then just chop up the patty and put it on top. It's just an easy way to measure it out. Let's get started. So we're gonna start with our croutons first. They have to go in the oven and bake. So I have a couple of buns and I have a couple of butts of bread. My grandma actually likes those. She always would make sandwiches with those. So we're gonna dice those up in decent sizes and drizzle them with butter and mayo and some olive oil, and then put them in the oven at 375. I'm gonna actually season mine too with Parmesan cheese, a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, so everything all stirred up, Parmesan cheese, drizzled with olive oil. I melted some butter and I put some mayo in there as well. And now we're just gonna spread it out. I got it all spread out on my parchment paper. I have the oven at 375 and we're gonna pop those in. Boom, croutons. So while those are cooking, I'm gonna make everything else, but first I'm gonna start the onions. Sauteed or caramelized onions usually take a little bit longer than you would think because you have to do it on low and you don't wanna burn them. If you put it too high, then you'll definitely burn them. So I'm gonna do a little bit of olive oil and butter in my cast iron over there. Now we got our onions cooking. I'm gonna make some patties now. So I'm just doing some Dove sauce and some salt, pepper, and dried and chopped onions. So I'm just gonna cook up some patties. I'm deciding not to put cheese on them because I'm gonna shred cheese and cheddar cheese and put that on top of the salad. One of our toppings, one of our many toppings. My onions are looking pretty good so far. I have it on medium so they don't burn, but they are starting to turn a little brown, so that's perfect. I did season them with some Lawry's seasoning salt and then a tablespoon of sugar to get that some more caramelization on there. So they're looking pretty good. Fry up those burgers really quick, and we have our croutons going. Chop up all of our toppings, and maybe we'll have a salad soon. All right, so our croutons are done, and they look really good. Very toasty. I like it. I guess I would say it would take about 15 minutes. It would depend on how big you cut that bread. I did pretty average sizes, so, but they look really good, and I'm gonna let them cool down now. I kind of left them in the oven after I turned it off for a few minutes, just to get some more crunch in there. So now I'm gonna let them cool. Have our hamburger still going. I'm gonna chop up everything else, the lettuce, tomatoes, I'll probably do some red onion maybe. I don't know. And some pickles. Now I'm gonna do a chopped style salad. If you don't know what that is, instead of large leaves, I'm gonna kind of chop it up just a little bit more, exactly what it sounds like. I like to do that with a salad like this where it has so many things on it. So then you can pick up a little bit of everything with your fork. Now, if you were to just tear the lettuce into larger pieces, then you get slapped in the face with lettuce. Like that. Then you're just like trying to eat and you're like, lettuce everywhere. So chopped salad it is, chopped everything. I always try to make things like the same, pretty similar size, so you can get everything on your fork. Same with soup, I'll chop things up kind of similar size, so it'll fit on your spoon. I don't know, it's just how I like it. I don't like things falling off all over the place because I'm really messy and I spill things, so I don't want food falling off of my fork or my spoon. And all over my clothes, you know, like it always does. My husband knows. Oh, babe. Our onions look great. We're ready to go. Got our croutons, all of our toppings there. Got my lettuce cut. Just finishing up our burgers. I'm gonna use some Thousand Island dressing. Blue cheese would be really good too. I think we have done that before. If you had bacon, you could put bacon on this. Anything that you like on a burger is so good. This is a lot more than I usually do. Just feeling a little extra today, so why not? I needed to get rid of some onions. Need to get rid of that bread, so I need croutons. I didn't care so much about the shape of the burgers. Usually if I'm making burgers, I pay attention to the way I'm pressing them, but I don't really care. I'm just gonna top them up. I didn't want to do ground beef because that feels like a taco salad. So if I'm gonna make a hamburger salad or a cheeseburger salad, I'm gonna have patties and put it on there. So I'm gonna share the new kitchen gadget, if you could call that, that I got. Wax sheets. This one is a big one, so the set came with a large one. This one's meant for sandwiches, I suppose. And then two small ones, and I wrapped up my cheese. That's kind of what they're meant for. And they do stick together, so like it's an alternative to plastic wrap. So I'm trying them out and see if I like them, and I'll get more. It was a little bit pricey. I didn't, but they're really sturdy and thick, and I think they will last for a long time, and I'll get a lot of use. Not for everything, but you know, wrapping up my cheese or leftover cucumbers that I do have in the fridge right now. You know, anything that doesn't like taint it too much. I don't think I would put an onion in here, but it's kind of nice because I have my cheese wrapped up and keeps it fresh. I don't have to use so many Ziploc bags or anything like that. So, but I really do like them. They're pretty nice and they're pretty cute. They have different patterns on them as well. And there it is. Got our croutons on there, our burger, and our onions, some cheddar cheese, sharp of course, some pickles and some onions, and some tomatoes. It's delish. And some Thousand Island special sauce. Well, everybody, that's dinner. I hope you get to make this recipe. I really loved making this video for you. And I hope it gives you a dinner idea in the future. And there's so many things you can do with this, and anything you love on a burger will be amazing. So thank you. Till next time.